Hi everyone, my name is Emily Yepes, and for my consumer alert, I chose to focus on scam phone calls. Scammers are becoming more innovative with their methods, and it is imperative to be cautious and avoid any fallout. Scammers are now pretending to be law enforcement or a part of an organization. Scammers will threaten you with arrest, deportation, and demand a ransom or personal information. Now, I would like to share this short story of the time my grandmother lost $1,000. 2 years ago, my grandmother received a phone call without taking a second look at who was calling. The first thing she heard was a woman's voice, crying and pleading for help. My grandmother was worried, for she recognized the voice as my mother. A male voice then warned her not to end the call and demanded withdrawal of $1,000 as ransom for my mother's life. Because she was frightened, she obeyed. After withdrawing the money, he gave her strict instructions to deposit the money at the bank and gave her the PIN number to wire the money. After she confirmed that the money was in the account, the male voice then said, "Now you can go find your daughter." When my grandmother called my mother to see if she was all right, my mom confirmed she was at work and hadn't left the office. That night, we called the sheriff's department. The officers wrote down the information, but they were unable to open a case. Because the money was transferred outside the states, due to that, we believe there was no reason to pursue this further. The reality is, it can happen to anyone. In the links attached below, there are two different scenarios where a scammer is attempting to undermine the victim. For the first link, we focus on Deputy John Garrison. After stopping a woman from speeding, he also intervened the phone call. She was on with a scammer claiming to be from Amazon and requesting $200 for a blocking code. For the second link, we are introduced to Captain Ann Stevens, who is aware of the scam phone call, who are claiming to be a part of the IRS. When they request personal information such as her social security, she refuses to comply, and they begin to threaten her with arrest for drug trafficking and money laundering. We know now scammers have no restrictions on their victims. It can happen to you or your loved ones. With that, I want to take this time to inform you of any warning signs that reflect a scam call. For some of you, you might be like George at the bottom right and ignore any call that you don't recognize. But if you do in fact answer, remember not to provide any personal information such as social security number, date of birth, credit card information, driver's license number, mother's maiden name. And I want to also share some numbers I found to report any scams from MoneyGram, Western Union, or your local sheriff's department. That concludes the end of my presentation. I hope it was helpful and informative. Thank you for watching.